Welcome back to the Gary vs Paul track car battle. Today we're working on the car that's too fast for the C1 Cup. It's the Toyota Aygo.
Elaborate on that last part there, Gary.
The Aygo is banned for the C1 Cup races because aerodynamically it's too good. It's a big triangle.
Oh, it's so aerodynamic.
It is?
It's certainly going to be a bit more aerodynamic with some of these new parts here that Gary's bought. Do you want to quickly run us through what you have purchased, Gary? Small side note here, he took zero of my advice and just bought whatever the F he wanted. So run it through. You can see there's a lot of eBay stickers here. Instead of using the VIN number and using my parts account, Gary went off on his own. So tell us what you have.
So we've got most of the bits we need to repair the car. We've got new front shocks. We've got...
Where are they?
These? eBay special used front
in that white box?
In this white box, aye.
So we've got shocks in the white box and they are eBay special.
They're just parts, used parts off another car, but we are changing the springs on them. The performance springs that will lower the car a wee bit. We've got all the gear that we need to service the car, filters, new brake fluid, discs and pads, and that's pretty much it, and new wipers so we can see.
Normally I don't like to do all this kind of style of work first and then do the welding. I like to do the welding first, but we're rolling the dice on this one. I like to do the welding so that we know if anything's gone drastically wrong and the car's basically getting scrapped. So we don't want to be sitting here with all these parts that are useless. But we're rolling the dice on this one. We've committed that we're going to do the welding. The reason why we're doing it this way is I actually need the ramp for a few ongoing things and customer work and stuff like that, so I can't actually bust the back of the car and then it's killed off the ramp. So we're doing some of this stuff today, and then the rest will get done on the next episode when we actually remove the back axle and we're going to do the welding with the axle off. So that'll be another episode for you guys. The part that's going to be quite intriguing to you guys, and it's certainly fun for me. My intention is to go home with my hands clean. Gary's going to be doing all the work. I'm just going to be shouting and screaming at him. Gary, did you bring some tools with you?
Some special tools.
Some special tools that we'll show you guys along the way. But today, I'm showing you my clean hands at the start. I want clean hands at the end. So it's time to get Gary's hands dirty and get the Aygo fixed. Step one, we need to put the car up on the ramp.
Need to put these blocks in so we don't damage the pristine cells.
Right, okay, get the ramp up, Gary.
That's the buttons here?
Yes, the buttons are on the ramp, yes.
And then up is just up?
Yes, up is up.
Not finished though.
You have to switch it on. Yay!
Lights, that means we get power.
Up you go.
Up we go.
And off we go.
Spare a little less.
We are 30 seconds in. The ramp has literally went up and I think I've already decided that my hands are going to get dirty, otherwise nothing's going to get done today.
How's the no dirty hands going?
So basically, Gary started this side, but to be honest, you've got limited experience on suspension and he'd never done the kind of pole style suspension. So I tried to get clearance without removing the drive shaft, but there wasn't enough clearance to drop the hub, so we've decided that we took the bottom arm off and the drive shaft out. The bottom arm has to come off anyway because we're replacing the ball joint, and there's a new drop link to go in there, so it was kill two birds with one stone. Didn't last long. I'm going to do the first side show, Gary, and then he's on his own. That top nut there was horrendous, but the old shocker is off. We now need to get Gary's new springs out, fit the new lowering spring to the second hand shocker and build it back into the car. Gary's made a fatal mistake here. We have stripped it off and he's not even opened the box yet to see what we have in it. And it's the eBay, so...
It could just be bricks.
It could be bricks, yeah. Oh look, I thought we were just getting a box of ready paper there. But there is indeed a shocker in it. Bring it over, Gary.
It looks quite good too. Probably. It looks better than what's just come off.
So we'll compare Gary's old one, show it up to the camera, Gary. There's an old one, lot of corrosion around the top, and the cup is absolutely rotten. Yes, it is second hand, but it looks like he has a not bad second hand part. It's not leaking, it's pretty new to be honest. and just hope it's like for like replacement. We're actually going to buzz this off and put Gary's lowering spring on and then fit this back into the car.
These are the replacement springs.
You're sweating and you've not even done anything.
It's the file.
You've not done anything and you're sweating.
I'm sweating watching you.
Here, tell the viewers about your springs.
So we've got new springs that are progressive, and they're a 30mm lowering spring for the front and the rear, and they should be a nice upgrade over the standard ones.
And
That's
so
really fit.
this is what you're going to use to catch me.
They're red, so that adds horsepower as well.
They do look like a decent. They do look a lot more robust. Oh!
I did see that.
Oh!
Scratch! Scratch!
Chipped, utter shite. Send them back. Can you see that? Look at that chip in there. These are brand new. There's a scuff on there. They've been on somebody's car. How much were these?
They were 125 for a set of 4.
It's 120 a minute though.
Isn't it?
I think it is. You see 120 off camera.
25.
So we're talking about Lewis and that don't know that you've got this car, right? And I'm asking how you know Lewis and Mark. So how do you know Lewis?
I used to play like online gaming and stuff with him through a friend when he was about 14, 15, something like that.
Philip Schofield!
Oh.
Philip Schofield! You groomed that boy!
I forgot to touch him, so it's alright.
How do you know Mark? What's Lewis? I've got a point here. Do you think Lewis looks like a Mark and Mark looks like a Lewis?
No, I did like I'm saying.
Lewis looks
like a Wish.com Paddy McGuinness.
I do. People say I do look like Paddy McGuinness. But Lewis looks like a Mark and Mark looks like a Lewis.
They both look quite similar, so.
No, they don't.
Paul's kind of finished installing the suspension on this side, so I'm going to try and take what I've learned for that and replicate it on the other side. Along the way, we've discovered that the front subframe is completely rotten and needs to be replaced, so we need to order a new one of them. And it kind of looks like one of the brake pads is trying to escape the project, so we'll need to have a look at that when we dismantle it. Not one here, is it? This side's not as tight as the other.
Put it back in and shake it off.
Right in there.
There you go. Yay! You did a thing. Is that you a mechanic now?
So
Mechanic.
this is what makes a mechanic again, you have to put back on before you let it with a hammer. Start it away, feels like.
I'll give you a clue.
What?
Don't tickle it, get the thing smashed.
But then I have to block the camera.
Right, blow the camera, I'll come in here then. See? Right, it's went now. Now it's started, take it off. Get your hand off that now. Just, there's millions of people watching this channel by the way and they're going to see this. So this is the level of entry level Gary is here. So we're very starting at the beginning. Castellated nut, had a pin through it. Gary's trying to get a spanner round at this castellated part and not around the actual nut part, and he's saying that the 17's too big and the 17's too small and the 18's too big. The nut is a 19. He wanted a half size spanner. The nut's a 19 and it was only hand tight.
It's smart areas, so it would have worked
Come on.
if I had a 17 and a half.
So we're very much at the end. I've bit off more than I can chew here. So what you've done now, Gary, so you've taken off the nut for the ball joint so the bottom man can come down, and you've...
the bottom of this drop link here.
Right, so what you're going to do now?
I'm going to hit this general area with a hammer.
Hit the knuckle, right?
This knuckle.
Because you don't want to bust the boot, you don't want to damage your arm. Hit the knuckle, it'll create shock, and it will start to drop, right?
We'll give that a rushing.
This will be good. First one's going to hit the boot and bust it. My money's on it. The brake disc getting it. Do I need to take this off you? Stop! I've just checked. He's created enough freedom
against that.
You put it against, what is that wee bit there?
It's a track rod.
Yep.
So I can lever that, eh?
Yeah, lever it down, you want the arm out. There you go. And then we'll move that out the way, right? That's you. Then get your shaft out, the rest of your shaft. Gary, that's an offence, that. Aye, a grown man's hand touching a child's cock. What did I tell you about that shaft?
I'll need my hammer.
You will need your hammer, it's not out yet.
Some space, there we go. There's that wee sandwich bit there.
Got your ass. Yeah.
We're only 2 hours into this.
Aye, this side.
Aye.
Through the magic of editing, it will seem like a minute and a half.
So this is like, I don't think it's going to come out because the hub's like quite stuck in place, so I'm going to try to move it so I can get me a space.
Right. Listen to me. Hit the shaft with the hammer till it comes out. Right, see how it's moving there freely? You need it to keep going freely. Right, now pull the hub out and the shaft in. There should be nothing holding that bottom of the hub. There we go, there you go. Make sure the shaft isn't falling its arse. You've disconnected everything else. You've not done your pinch bolt yet.
Aye.
So you've got a pinch bolt, and then that should allow that to come down. It's still being held by a track rod. The hub should come down and free off your thing, right?
That's the idea.
So what's happening, Gary?
So now we're removing the pinch bolt that runs through, but I've made,
Told you should have done that earlier.
I've made a little bit of a mess because I don't have great access now, and it's going to move when I try and turn it.
So the pinch bolt's kind of seized in there, so we're just trying to spin it to get it to free. Because Gary would have spent how many days hitting that pin out, Gary?
4.
And then what would have happened? It would have been destroyed. So if we crack the pin and get it spinning inside, it will remove. Yes, do that again. Stepped in here to help Gary out. I just gave it some gentle heat and some chapping on the nut back in and just some light pressure. It was being a pig. But now we're spinning and that should come out no trouble. Saved your ass again. Gary's, oh, there's the arch you've rolled. The arch you've rolled, aye. Look what you're doing, look what you're swinging for, out of here. Look.
So you want to go for further?
No, get down in here. Just spread out where you're going and...
How is that better though? Than...
You just get controlled, you're no control there.
We're there.
Nearly there. Just get it hot. Come on, stop about.
Yay.
Oh yay. Is that off?
No, I need that.
It's finger tight!
It's no.
I put it on with my fingers!
Aye, all the stuff I've done at the bone tightened it.
Do that face again, try to get this off.
See how well I spoke it up.
Nice. This is the bit I'm looking forward to the most.
So this comes up into one of these pedal we use. I'm just going to press them randomly until I find out what to do.
I'm loving this pedal action. Show us that again, Gary. Show us this pedal.
How am I supposed to get this on this?
Look at the angle of that strut. That is impressive.
It's not in it, it's not secured yet.
A long story short, I've taken over and just set it up for Gary. This is the nut you need to take off to get your spring off, right? If I compress that spring all the way down, right, and I buzz that off with a gun, although you should technically use the Allen and the thing, right? If I buzz that off, what's going to happen?
I don't know.
The insert is going to spin. Remember the problem we had on the car?
Aye.
Right? So that's going to spin. But see, by just having enough only just keeping it, the spring is keeping compressing through the cup and it will stop it from spinning. Right? So that's on enough is that, see when I loosen this, it's not going to explode, but it will stretch up a bit and it will help us loosen that off.
So still a bit of tension now.
There's just enough tension to push the top off, right? So that we can gun it on and off. Right, wait. See, this is where you inch it off. Do you see what the spring's going to do to make sure it's not going to explode? Right, so did you see the movement in it there? Right, so keep inching it up. See, it's rising. There you go. So that kept enough pressure to allow the nut to come off but no spin the insert, right? And then now you can dismantle this, take your pressure off.
How do you take the pressure off?
Your pedal.
This other pedal?
Yes.
Slowly?
Just push it. There you go. So now it's decompressed now. Here's your top. Right. Now, off a new spring on. Push it, put your hand on the butt.
Push this bit down?
Push the pedal at the same time, you idiot. Yay! Get your claws off.
You did push the back way.
This is brilliant, I'm loving every second of this. Gary, did you, every time when I spoke about fixing cars, you always spoke a good game, didn't you?
It's different.
It's different doing it, aye. Right, you're keeping that. See, I'm going to tell you something here. Because you're knocking, what, 30mm off?
Yeah.
You're probably not going to need to coil that, compress that spring. You're probably going to be able to get it without the machine. But just use the seat, put your spring on, seat it. That you seated?
Aye.
You happy with that?
Quick.
Put your protective boot back on. So now that you've seated it, there you go. You're just putting the nut on so you don't actually need to coil that, and then see when that will give you enough pressure and it will actually.
Stop the centrifuge spinning again.
Go. 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 Right, stop. You're spinning insert now, right? Now that's just where we're going to actually use the plier and tighten it properly. Right?
Yep.
Right, so now get your 17 and I think that's a 6 Allen and tighten it up. Right, that you tight? Right, okay. Right, so just Gary's putting this back on. I've just gave him a hand, he couldn't record. He's just put his strut back in with the spring. And there's a locator on the back, he just needs to locate it in there. So fire away, Gary.
Problem is the lower arms in the way, so I can't come the hub to like get to straight.
This is where you just need to make it your bitch. We're back in, Gary's just cleaning up the punch bowl. It's all you now. A good squeeze, aye. Right. You'll get to ken the feel of the gun and stuff. But what do we do at the end?
We'll torque it like back up.
Not torque it, but we'll
check it properly.
aye, we manually, but so we can get the feel. Make sure you're in at the box side, because the shaft can slip out on the boot.
There's actually a hole in the bottom of the a gap in the bottom of the hub for it to pass up through. Seen it?
You need it through more than that.
Aye.
Get a shake with it, the back to make sure you're on the right tooth. There you go, that's you. Just start that. Nip it with the gun and that'll draw it through for you. Hold your shaft in at the other side so it doesn't spin. Keep going until the gun. There, hear the difference? That's when you stop. And then we'll torque that up. So you're only just nipping it.
Then I need to put my...
Then your bottom arm. So you're going to have to pull it down. Right, you're in, so just chap it for the bottom of the hammer, gently. Right, just get your nut on it and then get it tightened up. So now what you're going to do next
the brakes.
So what you got? Let's see them.
Or the replacement brakes.
Bosh! 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 Who wants a fucking burger? Yeah!
And some Brembo pads. There is some low performance brakes for it, but because it's not really an enthusiast car.
What are you doing with the hands again, Will Ferrell?
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side. Yeah, great.
Well, we were real happy with what was going on, and at the end of the day, you know, you got to be happy. Everything ended up fine.
Yeah, okay, everything was fine. Thanks. Great job, Ricky. Good job in the car.
You either get like track brakes or street brakes. There's no really a good in between, like the red EBC's Pulpit and the Honda. So these are the best performance ones that you can still use every day.
But you're going to change your fluid as well?
There's new fluid as well.
To be honest, we might do the brake lines, so that'll be a perfect opportunity to do your fluid.
We've got much more temperature resistant brake fluid as well.
Let's see you do the brakes without my help.
Let's.
What's this? What is it? Is that the brake pad that was trying to escape?
Put it back in.
Alright. Is that for easy
Quick
swap
track
over?
side brake changes,
Yeah.
you can just pull bits of the pads
Right,
out.
okay. I don't know what it is you're trying to do here. What are you going to do?
So, I'm going to loosen this here carrier bolt.
That's no carrier bolt.
There's the bolt that goes through this slide a bit here
Right, okay.
into the thing. So I'm going to loosen this one, I'm going to take this one out, I'll leave this one in and then hinge the full thing on this bolt. So it comes up and then you can pull the pads out, do this and that without taking it all the way off. Obviously winding back the piston and that in the middle, but no.
Do you want me to do a side and then you can copy me? Or are we going to go ahead with this?
Am I so
We're going to go ahead with this.
Yeah,
We're going to go.
okay.
When was the last time you done brakes?
2020.
On what?
Polo.
Was it that Polo that we shall not speak about?
Something wrong with that. Polo's fine.
That's the Polo that you talked. You talked. What was it that? What did you
Lower,
talk?
front arms.
You talked to lower front arm bolt. So we're talking about like that one there, and the one on the back. So you talked to him, and then what did the car fail on?
The front bolt.
My side's all done. Gary's still working. Where are we at?
Using a special device to wind back the thing. Just put it in here. It's on the wee ratchet away.
Is this a wish tool?
It is. Very good look.
I'll give you its dues. It's not too bad, right? I'll get you a sticky spot. Question here. Did you watch my video, Gary, on... What did I do the last time? When I changed the brakes on my Honda, did you watch the video?
I did, aye.
Right, so you've at least got something to base
So
this
one of
off.
the things we did with the Honda was we pushed the...
I'm just going to let you go.
pushed
No,
the
just
car
go.
back first.
Go. Go. Right, so we're hinging that up, okay.
Aye.
And then there's your brake pads. What's happened there is they've clearly overhit, and that is broke off that. This is painful. This is painful right now.
The wee...
I'm mad how it didn't fail on the brakes, did it?
It did not, no.
It did not fail MOT on the brakes.
No.
Right, what we're doing next, Gary?
We're going to clean these wee bits. Alright. I've encountered a small problem.
What's that, Gary?
This is fine if you're just changing pads, but the carrier comes off separately, so I'm obviously not going to be able to take the disc out.
This is the point where if I had 2-3 hands I would clap. Right, so I'll give you a tip. Get this out your way, up there, right, hang it, turn your steering. Right, you've turned your steering. So what are you doing? So you're getting the carrier bolts off, show us how you're doing it. Right, stop. Look at what you're using. Look at the length, so you're struggling to get that off because it's tight, aren't you?
Tight.
So that's tight and it's been on there for a while. You're using a spanner, right?
And sheer human strength.
This is where you get a socket and a ratchet. Even if it's the 1/2 inch one, this size, what's the difference?
It's longer.
It's longer, so it gives you more what?
Torque.
Yes. You're getting more leverage at it. So go to the full extent of the bar, crack it and then switch to your spanner, whatever. You will be there for ages with that spanner. So you're on there. You weren't on there. Make sure you're on flush. I'll give you a clue, right? You're battling with this. Because if I come down here, I'm on. We're away. Right, again, I'm down here. Make sure I'm on. I'm on. I'm away. I'm not battling with contours of the car. I'm in the free space. And then now, there you go. So look how easy that came off. So I'll just find your improvements, because I was the same when I
I
was
would have
younger.
got it maybe in like an hour, but it's the difference between spending an hour doing something as an amateur and getting advice and doing it in 10 minutes because you know what you're doing properly.
He's back using the spanner again. he does not listen. Getting on. Talk us through it.
So the new disc is on and I'm just reinstalling the carrier.
Gary's no grub screw on this side.
It's a wee bit annoying, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, use the tool.
Pads.
Caliper. Make sure, this is the point where you make sure you have no kinks in it, right? Because if you twist it, you'll have a kink and it can rub against your tyre. Go round again. That is it for the, nearly called it a Yaris, it's an Aygo. That's it for the year. I nearly said Aygo there. That's it for the little Aygo today. We have managed to achieve, we have changed the suspension, we have lowered the springs, we have done the disc and pads. Next time, Gary's going to have to order us a subframe, as you've seen. So the subframe and the two lower arms are going to have to come back off. When that happens, we're going to fit the new anti-roll bar bush as well. I think we'll just, Gary, what you're doing, you're going to get two new lower arms.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have to press that ball joint out, we're just going to replace the two arms. So next time we're going to be doing that, and then we're going to team it up with the back, and we're going to get the axle off, put new bushes in, and get the welding started. Join us next time for progress on the Aygo.